For true foodies, sampling cheeses is one of life's greatest pleasures. Just as wine connoisseurs enjoy tasting wine from vineyards around the world, cheese lovers savor the nuances of each wheel. And like anything else, a fine cheese is worth waiting for. Fine cheeses are painstakingly created in the same way as they have been for thousands of years. Nowhere in the world is more famous for its cheeses than Italy, where cheesemaking is a family tradition passed down through generations.
Italy has a long history and a well-established tradition in cheese manufacturing.
Cheesemaking is part science, part art. Different ingredients and techniques yield thousands of varieties of cheese. Cheese can be made from the milk of different animals, including cows, goats, and even buffalo. While all cheeses are made with a four-step process, curdling, draining, pressing, and ripening, fine cheesemakers have their own well-kept secrets that give their products one-of-a-kind flavors.
The first point is the milk. We collect in PDO area from farmers who feed the cows according to a strict regulation. Then there is the manufacturing process, which, even is presently made in modern facility like this one, is still based on old tradition. The ability of the man, his sensitivity in doing all the operation connected with the production are fundamental skill for these typical products. Even though new technologies have been introduced, the most important part of the manufacturing process of Grana Padano is still manual and keeps its traditional features.
Nearly any great recipe includes cheese. Cheese enriches pasta dishes, turns salads into a meal, and can even satisfy your sweet tooth. From the salty bite of Parmesan to the sharp flavor of Asiago to the creaminess of mascarpone, cheese enhances the flavor of nearly any dish.
Some of our most popular recipes for cheese incorporate, let's say, our artisan Parmesan cheese is great on a classic Caesar salad in a creamy Alfredo sauce. We also use our Parmesan and our Romano in filled pastas like raviolis or lasagna.
While fine Italian cheeses used to be hard to find, today they're available in many fine supermarkets here in the United States. Sample as many types as you can and see why cheese has been a diet staple for thousands of years. Cello Riserva cheeses bring the flavors of Italy to the United States. These award-winning Italian and Italian-style fine cheeses are crafted in Wisconsin using the traditional processes of Italian cheesemakers.
We're very proud of the quality of our cheeses and particularly proud of our cheesemaking teams and our cheesemakers. Our hard cheeses, Asiago, Romano, Copper Kettle Parm, have consistently come in the top 3 of almost every cheese contest, while our soft cheeses, mascarpone and gorgonzola, recently won gold medals in American cheese contests and a world contest.
Cello Riserva Artisan Parmesan, Copper Kettle Parmesan, Traditional Romano, Handcrafted Asiago, and Mascarpone are all made at the Lake Country Dairy Facility in Turtle Lake, Wisconsin by Arthur Schuman, the preeminent hard cheese producer in the United States.
The Schuman family has a long tradition in the Italian cheese business. My grandfather in the 1930s went over to Italy to bring in the highest quality cheeses that he could find in Italy. My father taught an entire industry in Argentina in the 1940s how to produce Italian and Italian-type cheeses. So it became pretty logical for us to come to the United States. Milk was plentiful and very high quality. There was wonderful people to work with. Transportation was inexpensive, and we had access to capital for our curing. Lake Country Dairy is always working to reduce our carbon footprint. It starts with our farmer. Our farmers capture their methane gas and they sell it off for industrial use. We work with the town to reduce and clean our wastewater, and in 8 months we'll be installing a biodigester that'll convert our waste and it'll be used for electricity for our community.
Arthur Schuman also imports Zanetti cheeses directly from Italy. The Zanetti family has a long tradition of fine cheesemaking and is the largest exporter of Parmigiano-Reggiano and Grana Padano to the United States.
My family has been operating the cheese business since 1900. I am the eldest one in the 4th generation, and I'm thankful to my father and uncle as they taught me a lot about tradition and art of production and curing.
We're proud of our relationship with the Zanetti family. They're the largest producer and curers of Parmigiano-Reggiano, carrying over 500,000 wheels in inventory. This large selection enables them to tailor our needs here in the United States. And their commitment to the American market is evident by the fact that they've been doing business for 50 years here. But perhaps the most important thing to me is that our relationship has endured for over 4 generations.
Experience the mouth-watering flavors of Italy with Cello and Cello Riserva Italian and Italian-style cheeses, presented by Arthur Schuman and found at fine grocers nationwide. Visit us online at cellocheese.com and like Cello Cheese on Facebook.